John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Caitlyn Clark is definitely ignoring all the CBA news, this contract stuff. She overseas at Prada, living her best life. Y'all, for this one here, we got to go all the way to Prada. Let's get it. Let's go. And we got to jump right into this one right here, man. So Caitlyn Clark is definitely outside living her best life, man. News broke early this morning that she is currently overseas chilling at an event.
Caitlyn Clark's deliberate silence speaks louder than any words could, delivering a devastating blow to the WNBA's crumbling infrastructure. As the league spirals toward catastrophe, grappling with an unprecedented crisis involving its players, Clark operates from thousands of miles away, radiating calculated indifference. This isn't merely a leisure journey abroad, it's a bold declaration, a wordless expose revealing that the WNBA's executive leadership, particularly its commissioner, may soon discover their roles have become utterly unsustainable. Her unmistakable message resonates clearly. The organization faces imminent collapse, and its most prominent figure recognizes the inevitable downfall, suggesting a mass departure from leadership positions when the situation deteriorates further.
She is currently overseas chilling at an event dealing with Fashion Week, and I'm here to tell you, it's a beautiful thing. Now, with that being said, these photos of Caitlyn Clark is popping up online at the Prada Fall/Winter 2027 show during Mulan Fashion Week. This is our girl CC, pulled up, suited, and booted. And shout out to Prada, man. This is her too, sitting.
Tell me, what do you
just look star-studded. Look at CC right there, sitting right there, dog. Says Caitlyn Clark is front row at Prada.
Caitlyn Clark masterfully disregards every piece of coverage surrounding the WNBA's contractual disputes and mounting chaos. She's transcending mere avoidance, actively showcasing a deliberate disconnect while embracing an extravagant lifestyle with maximum visibility. As the organization's destiny remained uncertain, Clark traversed international borders, appearing completely indifferent to the internal upheaval. This represents far more than casual dismissal. It's a deliberate strategy that magnifies the impression of the WNBA's current condition being so unstable that even its most precious commodity has openly withdrawn from the controversy, a decision that catastrophically weakens existing authority.
In the WNBA. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So she's in Italy. That's where Caitlyn Clark is at. She's currently trending online, man, and it's good to see her doing more things outside of basketball, bro. Her doing stuff like this is what's going to keep her brand strong and just looking good. Now, ESPN did drop some news earlier today, yesterday, about the current state of the WNBA situation with this deadline, kind of detailing to us how all of this stuff is going to play out. This is a very important video. I want to share this here with you guys, hopefully.
Her most recent audacious statement came through attending the Prada Fall/Winter 2025 presentation at Milan Fashion Week. Images flooded social media platforms, displaying Clark impeccably dressed and absolutely radiant in each shot, mingling with international fashion luminaries. This transcended a simple celebrity cameo, transforming into a commanding reaffirmation of her personal empire, completely separate from basketball's ongoing troubles. She occupied premium seating as a conspicuous representation of her ascending individual authority, completely divorced from the heated private negotiations plaguing the WNBA. This intentional public exhibition emphasizes a widening gap between the league's harsh realities and its premier talent's worldwide impact.
WNBA situation with this deadline, kind of detailing to us how all of this stuff is going to play out. This is a very important video. I want to share this here with you guys. Hopefully I got it pulled up. Let me get it pulled up here. And let's listen. I want you guys to really listen to this.
Get to now in the WNBA. For the first time ever, sources tell our Katie Barnes that the league has generated enough money to trigger revenue sharing with its players, essentially giving players a bonus. Now, moving forward, the Players Association, they want that revenue share to be tied with players' salaries. And remember, this comes at a crucial time. Our Alexa Philippou reports that the league has informed the union that an agreement needs to be reached by March.
This opulent exhibition transcends mere extravagance, representing a calculated demonstration of dominance. Clark, the unquestionable icon of women's professional basketball, actively constructs an empire that surpasses the organization responsible for launching her stardom. Her complete disregard for the WNBA's intensifying catastrophe, demonstrated through her spectacular international adventures, communicates everything. It suggests profound disappointment, or perhaps a foreboding that the league's present trajectory under current management leads toward complete failure. Her behavior subtly reveals fundamental weakness within the WNBA's core structure, rendering the commissioner's position increasingly untenable.
So the players were told in that meeting yesterday that if a term sheet is not completed by March 10th, then the most likely outcome is that the season will be impacted. Now, a source close to the players told me today that this was not taken well by the players when they heard this, that especially after the league took 6 weeks to respond to a union proposal at the beginning of the year, it just did not go over well, and that the players see this as an attempt for the league to pressure them into taking a deal they are not comfortable with. Now, the league, on the other hand, they've continued to stand by their proposal as a win for the players, and sources tell me the league sees this March 10th date as simply reality of this is.
Back within WNBA operations, an absolutely historic economic achievement just emerged. Sources verified that the league has finally produced sufficient income to activate revenue distribution bonuses for its athletes. This moment should represent pure victory. Evidence of expansion, yet controversy completely overshadows it instead. This financial breakthrough paradoxically intensifies existing divisions, revealing underlying conflicts and leadership's failure to leverage a perfect opportunity, transforming success into looming catastrophe.
So if that is going to happen, Alexa, over the next 2 weeks, what do we need to see?
Oh,
Well,
that was
three
Alexa.
things really come to mind. First, trying to figure out what this revenue share component will look like in the new collective bargaining agreement. Both sides still are disagreeing on what revenue sharing should look like in the new CBA, and also what actual percentage of revenue the players would get in this next agreement. Secondly, there comes the housing discussion. We know that's been a big flashpoint for players. It appears now, based off the proposals the league has sent back to the union, that teams will provide housing in some capacity in this next agreement.
The Players Association immediately articulated their expectations with crystal clarity. They demand this emerging revenue sharing becomes directly integrated into athlete compensation packages. This extends beyond simple bonuses, addressing core payment frameworks and permanent financial stability for every competitor. This vital demand has created a significant conflict point, uncovering profound skepticism between athletes and league administration, creating enormous pressure on leadership to resolve these fundamentally conflicting perspectives. The commissioner's reputation has never faced greater jeopardy.
For players, it appears now, based off the proposals the league has sent back to the union, that teams will provide housing in some capacity in this next agreement. The exact details, though, still need to be hammered out. And then thirdly, union leadership will be meeting this week to discuss next steps. Included in that is going to be a next proposal that they will submit to the league in response to the league's proposal from this past Friday.
Okay, so really 3 tentpole things need to happen here before March 10th, by March 10th, for everything to still keep running on time. Alexa, I have a feeling we're going to be checking in with you a lot between now and then. We really appreciate the time.
Then comes the explosive revelation. The organization has delivered a terrifying ultimatum. Essential agreements must be finalized before March 10th. Should a comprehensive framework remain incomplete past this non-negotiable cutoff, the most probable consequence involves the entire WNBA campaign suffering devastating disruption. This isn't posturing. This constitutes a direct warning against the very survival of the approaching season, a horrifying possibility that demonstrates the complete breakdown of current negotiations under existing management. The commissioner confronts an unwinnable balancing act.
March 10th, by March 10th, for everything to still keep running on time. Alexa, I have a feeling we're going to be checking in with you a lot between now and then. We really appreciate the time. Hey,
Shout out to Alexa Philippou over at ESPN. You guys just heard there. This is the real deal. This is the deadline. They don't get something done between now and March 10th. They cooked. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Make sure y'all keep them bells on. I will be back with more videos. And like always, man, shake the damn haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.
Athletes responded to this March 10th ultimatum with immediate and intense fury. Insider sources revealed their rage, confirming the union absolutely rejected this approach completely. They interpreted this time frame not as genuine bargaining, but as aggressive coercion by the league attempting to force acceptance of terms they fundamentally oppose. This severe player frustration reveals a confidence crisis, indicating directly to leadership's inability to create cooperative environments. Adding further damage, the league required an astounding 6 weeks to address the union's opening proposal from early January. This lethargic, practically contemptuous reaction intensified player anger and strengthened their belief that the league wasn't engaging honestly. This intentional postponement, or possibly sheer incompetence, became a crucial disagreement point, showing severe urgency deficits and disrespect from the WNBA's management team, continuously undermining faith in the commissioner's crisis navigation abilities. The league defends its position, promoting its proposal as beneficial for athletes. They frame the March 10th date as practical necessity rather than intimidation, essential timing to accomplish all crucial preseason operations. This perspective collision highlights enormous disconnection between executive offices and competitors, a communication and understanding failure that directly reflects league leadership problems. Their inability to resolve this division indicates systemic issues. Importantly, the March 10th deadline encompasses more than contracts, affecting numerous essential operations. An expansion selection process awaits completion, and virtually every league veteran except 2 enters unrestricted free agency. These elements must occur for the WNBA to launch its season punctually. This complex interconnection of dependencies shows the enormous challenge ahead and the commissioner's dangerous situation if these fundamental components collapse due to unresolved conflicts. The league's complete operational timeline faces serious risk. Revenue sharing structure within the new collective bargaining agreement remains one of 3 major issues, creating substantial division. Both parties stay completely deadlocked, disagreeing fundamentally on fund distribution methods. This isn't simply a technical detail. It's an essential financial concept determining the league's future economic foundation. The failure to coordinate on this basic principle exposes deep ideological differences that present leadership cannot reconcile. Beyond structural concerns, the specific revenue percentage players would receive under this new framework represents another enormous obstacle. This figure directly affects every athlete's income and their recognized worth within the league. The continuing dispute over such a crucial number highlights expectation gaps and the commissioner's difficult challenge satisfying both player demands and ownership profits. This financial standoff threatens the league's foundation. Housing discussions remain a contentious issue for athletes over many years. While recent league proposals suggest teams will supply housing somehow in the upcoming agreement, specific arrangements remain frustratingly unclear. This absence of definitive commitment regarding basic welfare needs shows persistent failure addressing player requirements properly, continuing their mistrust. The commissioner's inability to provide clear, satisfactory solutions on such essential matters represents damning evidence. In frantic urgency, union leadership conducts emergency sessions this week planning their response strategy. This includes developing a counteroffer for league submission, directly answering the league's recent terms. Time advances mercilessly with negotiation pressure reaching extreme levels. Every decision carries weight, every statement receives intense examination as both sides compete against the March 10th deadline, emphasizing the serious instability created by extended deadlock under current league management. 3 essential foundational matters require complete resolution by March 10th for the WNBA to achieve any possibility of smooth season commencement. These aren't minor adjustments but fundamental disagreements regarding revenue, salaries, and player support. The reality that the league approaches this cliff, while its premier talent remains publicly disconnected, provides stark evidence of significant leadership failures bringing the WNBA to this critical decision point. ESPN's Alexa Filippo stated unambiguously that without March 10th resolution, the WNBA faces destruction. This isn't exaggeration but a frightening assessment. The complete league's upcoming campaign, and possibly its extended survival, depends on fragile circumstances. This severe caution, magnified by public recognition of Caitlyn Clark's obvious absence from the conflict, reveals a leadership emergency that could destroy the advancement women's basketball has struggled to accomplish. Caitlyn Clark's behavior, her completely carefree demeanor while the WNBA experiences crisis, transcends personal brand development to implicitly emphasize serious dysfunction within the league's management framework. Her withdrawal functions as a compelling silent criticism suggesting current leadership has strayed so dramatically, proven so incapable of stabilizing operations, that even its most essential resource has symbolically deserted it. Her quietness powerfully communicates the commissioner's apparent failures. This overwhelming pressure, potential season collapse, and public disconnection from its greatest star all indicate one inescapable reality for the WNBA commissioner. Should the league miss this March 10th deadline, should the season truly suffer impact, the position becomes completely impossible. The revelation from Caitlyn Clark's highly visible detachment, combined with internal disorder, strongly suggests the commissioner's exit, whether chosen or required, would become inevitable to preserve whatever survives. The WNBA faces a dangerous intersection with its future balanced precariously. While leadership struggles with internal conflict and a looming deadline threatening complete season disruption, Caitlyn Clark has already expressed her position through actions, creating an independent trajectory separate from league drama. Her choices, whether deliberate or not, have revealed the weakness of the WNBA's present administration, leaving its commissioner confronting an unparalleled emergency with limited solutions and potentially no position remaining.